So theme of the summer. It's a spicy girl summer. You heard it here first. It's hot, but it's more than hot. It's zesty. This podcast is a Dear Media production.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to another episode of Girls Gotta Eat.
Welcome back, 6'9".
69.
Happy 6'9". Perfect episode for 6'9".
Yeah, you guys can practice 69 this summer.
It's a hot one.
This is weird for me. I don't know where to look. We've never been at this angle before. We've either only been facing directly forward or at each other. And now we're at like a 45-degree angle.
So why are we doing this, Rayna? Do you want to tell them?
Because I look pretty or dead on.
Rayna's like, I'm just feeling really pretty and I'd rather
I don't feel as pretty from the side profile.
Really?
Also, this is not my pretty side. For 7 years, we've been not filming on my pretty side. My pretty side is the other side.
I guess it's hard to say.
Which side's prettier for you?
Because stuff's going wrong on both sides.
I thought you were gonna be like,
I mean, I feel better in
pretty.
general. Obviously, since I had like a rhinoplasty, I feel great about my profile. But there's things that I'm like, well, I like maybe I like this eye better, but I like this cheek better. Like, you know, it's like you hit a certain age and you're like, it's not all symmetrical.
It was never symmetrical for me. My eyes are not symmetrical.
How many times an episode can I say when you get to be our age?
You get that knee surgery. I just drive around thinking like what the recovery time would be. You guys listen
to get your knees stretched. Yeah. We're going to go see Dr. Barrett after this, or you are. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm coming yet.
I just am excited to talk to him. So this is actually like the 2-year anniversary of my third boob job. Keep up. And the scars are almost completely gone. And like that really was like the number one deterrent for me to get a breast reduction in general. Cause I was like, I like feeling really sexy. I like sending nudes. I like wearing like bikinis where my boobs are hanging out of the bottom. And like, am I going to feel like I can't do that stuff anymore? And honestly, I've had scars for years and it's never bothered me, but now they're like almost gone, which is really nice.
Huge. Yeah. And of course, if you guys are new around here, Dr. Barrett is our plastic surgeon. He's in Beverly Hills. Dr. Daniel Barrett. He's such a big deal. And he hasn't done full-blown surgery on me, but it's only a matter of time because I'm getting married this year and there's some stuff we got to figure out. But he does my Botox or my, Daxify. And we had an episode with him last summer. Mm-hmm. And it's always just good to go back and listen to. If you've missed that one, it's so much good information on, yes, of course, like surgeries, but also just fillers and skincare and Ozempic and all the things. Yeah. So go back and listen.
All right. Well, let's thank our partners. We're going to get into our summer episode. Thanks to Rocket Money. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions at rocketmoney.com/GGE and Quince. Get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order at quince.com/GGE. And Helix, get 20% off site-wide at helixsleep.com/GGE.
And thank you to Simply Pop. Go to cokeurl.com/simplypop to find out where you can try Simply Pop. And Pretty Litter, get 20% off your first order and a free cat toy at prettylitter.com/GGE. And thank you to Nutrafol. Get $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you subscribe at Nutrafol.com with code GGE10.
I thought there was no chance on earth you were going to show up dressed like me today. And we both showed up to play tennis.
I know, that's the vibes. Well, I wanted to be summery.
Yeah. For our summer episode.
We're talking about summer themes today, and I feel like it's really a summer of just like a Hanes tank.
Oh, because Kendall Jenner brought them back?
Kendall Jenner wore this tank to the first Knicks game where like all the celebrities there, and RIP Knicks, they're no longer in the playoffs. But it just looked cheap and basic, and I guess the internet found out it was like a Hanes boys ribbed tank.
I like it. They're thin.
I looked it up. That style is not for me. More muscly. Like this is my style of rib tank.
What's going on in the back? Just a regular tank, not muscled.
So
I like to be able to wear a bra with stuff.
I think we all have different cuts we like, and this is my cut. I don't want like I don't want a muscle tank. Like, oh.
I don't mind it. I have one that cuts in really far, gives me a little side boob from Zara. I'm really liking that. $12 Zara tanks.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's a summer of cheap tanks.
Every summer is that summer for me.
But sometimes you get like wrapped up in like, oh, do I need that $70 tank? You don't.
No.
I have them and I regret them.
I have like an $89 A Goldie. That one we both have. Like,
I know.
It's a good
It is a good tank, but I like this better. I'll say it. I like this $10 tank better than that $8 tank. I got mine on sale.
Tell people. Yeah. Old Navy. Old Navy, great takes.
But also Revolve.
That's your fashion update for now. Yeah, also Revolve. And, you guys use my Shop My Links because I'm depending on it for extra.
Stop. Rayna's promoting her side hustle. Come see me on tour, you guys.
No, you guys, I need something to live for while she's on her own little tour by herself.
Well, I have a little bit of a break in June for Rayna Palooza. I had to take a full 2 weeks off.
It's this week. I can't believe it's happening. I'm like a little nervous because what am I going to live for when it's over?
I don't know. She's being 40.
I know. Well, I'm going to Europe for 2 weeks, so it's fine. I'll find something to live for. But I really it's finally happened. It's crazy when you plan something for months and months and then you never think it's going to happen. I mean,
I know.
Do you think you'll have something to live for after your wedding? Being married?
No, I truly don't know. Hopefully a special will drop after that.
Yeah.
But then after that, nothing.
That's
after the bachelorettes and the wedding and the special, then the special drops, then everybody gets all hot on you for a minute and then that ends.
You're going to have no attention.
And then when I get a special, then it's like, you got a tour now. I'm like, whoa. No, I'm retired.
We'll go back on tour. We have we used to have a tour for 7 years.
No, we have stuff to do. I guess.
We have tour stops actually that we're planning, you guys. So stay tuned. And we do have another company. We're celebrating 3 years of Vibes Only. It's our sexual wellness business. This week we launched it. We have sex toys and lube and handcuffs and all kinds of accoutrement for the bedroom for you guys and a connected app with remote control and erotic audio and all the things. But to celebrate our 3-year anniversary, we are releasing 3 new products.
Oh, I can't believe it's been 3 years.
Where has the time
really
gone?
grinding it out for 3 years. But yeah, so these are our summer 2025 Spicy Girl Summer. We'll get into it. Launches. And these are fun.
We have talked for a long time about releasing toys that come in a case that you can charge, you can bring on the road. And we have designed an incredible toy. It's called the Casey Pulse Duo, and it comes in what looks like a sunglass case. So you can charge it just sitting on the desktop, charge it at work. Totally. It charges straight through the case, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. It's also in the color of summer, butter yellow.
Butter yellow. We should have worn that today.
And it is a duo because it does 2 separate things. On one end, it's going to give you a thumping, pulsating vibe, and then the other end, it just vibrates. It's really nice and small, fits in your hand, great to use solo or with a partner. This would be really nice to hold on somebody.
Oh, and it's so comfortable to hold. All our toys are very ergonomic. But that pulsing sensation, that's our first toy that does that, and it hits different. I mean, it feels so good. I mean, there's all different types of sensations with vibrators, your standard vibrator and suction air pulse.
I have not felt a sensation like this before. I don't know if you guys can hear.
Oh, and yes, it's quiet.
You guys hear that purring?
Yeah, it just purrs.
And it just pulses really. I mean, you can turn it up. There's 5 different intensities. You can turn it up, but the sensation is really different than just a straight up vibration or a straight up sucking sensation. And like Ashley said, really fits in your hand nicely, has a beautiful gold detail, perfect color, toss it in your bag. Everybody that sees this thinks it's a sunglass case.
Yeah, and just back to the charging, I mean, the toy charges in the case, but obviously the case needs to be charged. But the best thing about it is that it charges with USB-C. So that is most of your iPhone chargers, your computer charger. Like when I travel, I just bring one brick and a charger that's USB-C. So I charge my phone and my computer and now my Casey case. So easy to charge, and so you're never without a charged vibe. Your vibe never dies, nothing worse than that. And again, the color is stunning and the toy is just really, really special and different.
Yeah, so get your butter yellow Casey Pulse vibe. Packaging is really beautiful as always, so it's a great gift for you or somebody else. Comes in this beautiful pale pink package. And we have 2 more things that we're launching as well.
So our Suck and Blow Gel is one of our best sellers for a reason. You guys love to suck dick and eat pussy. It is vulva and penis safe. And this is just a tasty treat, an oral enhancer that you're just going to do a few drops on the body part that you are going to be performing oral on, and it just makes it really tasty. So we've done so many different flavors throughout the years. People love our vanilla frosting and red velvet peppermint patty around the holidays, and juicy peach. And we started with mango 3 years ago. That was our debut flavor was mango. And so we've talked about this for a long time too, is to do cocktail flavors. They are non-alcoholic. I'm so sorry. I told my best friend that we were doing margarita and she goes, "Is it going to give us a buzz?" And I was like, "No."
Can you imagine imagine getting like a little drunk while you're sucking a dick? That sounds nice.
So there are mini sizes, so you can really try them all and decide which one's your favorite. And we did margarita, pina colada, and watermelon spritz. And they come in this cute little travel case. So I honestly can't pick a favorite. We had done pina colada before and people went crazy for it, but this margarita is so different. And margarita is probably my favorite cocktail. So we really taste tested the shit out of this to make sure it felt accurate and really tasty. And then the watermelon spritz, just a refreshing, juicy watermelon flavor.
Yes, they're small. The travel case is really cute. You can repurpose it if you want to, but it's great to bring on a trip with you and just suck that dick, get nasty, get dirty, lick that pussy, lick a butthole.
I know. Put this on a bottle. That's the pina colada ass eating for spicy girl summer. But no, it really is so good just to throw one of these in the bag on vacation. And they are all, of course, TSA approved sizes. And just have fun. And we did a fun summer photo shoot, so stay tuned for some of the content with that. We hired this very sexy model.
I miss him so much.
He was really great. And so you can check Vibes Only on Instagram for that.
Yeah, so lots of flavors. You guys can suck the rainbow if you want to.
Taste the rainbow. Yeah, the bar is open. Cocktails for summer.
Yes. You guys can shop that at vibeslow.com. And then finally, we are re-releasing our kink links. We keep getting messages about the silicone kink links that we have, and we previously had them in a dark purple. Now they're going to be in a baby blue for summer. People keep asking, like, when can I get them? Now you can get them. And they're a great kind of starter for BDSM. You don't need a key to get in and out of them.
Yeah, they're nice and squishy and soft and stretchy.
And they fit in your bag, too, really easily because, you know, they squeeze into small places.
They really are so fun. They're so fun to bring on a vacation or just have in the nightstand to whip out. I mean, I've used these with my current fiance, so many different times. And again, it's like, you don't need to worry about like a key. Again, they're stretchy, one size fits most. You just put them around your wrist and you're easy to get out of. And this, I mean, I've loved all the colors. I love the color we launched with, this like eggplant, but then the red, and now this baby blue. It's totally different, and it goes with all the other products for the summer.
Yeah, so everything is very summery and beautiful. We just want to set you guys up for summer sex success. So you guys can shop all that at vibesonly.com. And just thank you guys for your support over the years.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years of this. It is really not easy to run a sex-based company. And you guys have you've promoted it for us and with us, and you've been so excited to just explore your sexuality and be open to different things in the bedroom, whether it's solo or partnered. And so just thank you guys.
Yeah.
To have a second business is it's a blessing, and we're really honored that you guys support it.
Yeah, and you really do. You know, sometimes I like forget, we get wrapped up in all the business parts of it, and you just forget that like every day, like all these orders are coming in from people that want to improve their sex life or have heard of the podcast or maybe not. And it means a lot. So
Yeah.
Happy to keep it rolling.
So have fun this summer, you guys. Enjoy it. All right, what else are we talking about? Do you want to talk about our week?
Yeah.
So I'm in New York right now as this comes out, which I'm very excited about. I just miss it so much. And then Rayna Palooza will be this weekend. So we'll give you guys an update later on how that was. But 3 days, and I mean, I feel really emotional about it. I think as you approach 40, if you approach these milestone ages, you really take an inventory of your life and you say, like, am I where I want to be career-wise, relationship-wise, friendship-wise? And I don't have a serious romantic partner in my life. And I think a lot of people, especially at 40, are like, oh my God, what does that mean? Who am I? What does that mean for the future? And I'm feeling really grateful about all the other things. I mean, to have all these friends travel for you and show up for you and bring their partners, and everybody's friends with each other. And all my friends want to come out and do this for 3 days with us and with me. And I feel really honored, and I choose to prioritize and think about the things that I have rather than the things that I don't have. And what I have is a lot. And I feel really emotional just like communicating with everybody and thinking like the people around me are really smart and wonderful, and they love each other too. And that's like really special for me. So I'm really excited.
Well, good. I was going to ask you how you're feeling about it as we get into the big weekend.
I'm really excited.
No, it really is. I mean, I like what you said. Think about what you do have, not what you don't have. But I really do love that. And it's so many people. Everyone's so excited. It's really the event of the summer. I love nothing more than being in a house with all your friends and just like waking up in the morning. Like, what happened last night? I mean, I don't get drunk like that anymore, but
we will this weekend.
It's really, really fun. So it's definitely like the highlight of my summer.
Well, all your bachelor parties, all 3 of them.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
But yeah, I'm amped. So we'll tell you guys what happened, but I'm really looking forward to it and excited. Speaking of my dating life, I had a date last week. And I'm sitting there with him at this bar in Santa Monica.
And just to tell our audience, it was the guy from the meat plate. And we talked about it last week where one of our friends, boyfriends, like wingman for you. And anyway, this is that guy.
So he asked me out and we went to this great bar that you hadn't been to yet. You and I have been talking about going there. You really did want to go there. And I was sitting there and I'm facing the door. He's facing the wall. We'd been there for maybe like 90 minutes. And
okay, sorry. You went early. I didn't expect you to go at 5 o'clock.
it was packed to the walls by like 5:15. I was so glad we did.
Yeah.
He said to me, do you want to go like right when they open? And I was like, at 5 o'clock? It's not going to be dark until 8.
Do you have a job?
No, seriously. At 5 o'clock, I'm winding down from the day. I need to take my like 4-mile walk. I got to do stuff. I'm not gonna get drunk at 5 o'clock.
Right.
But fine. It was fine. We went. He looked great. And we're about 90 minutes into the date. And I see a tall Indian man and a tall, skinny white girl walk in. And I'm like, that kind of looks like, oh my God, it's them. And you showed up on my date.
I cannot believe you didn't see it coming. I had teased it.
You get this psychotic behavior.
I had run the tape, pull the receipts. I had said, I'm crashing your date.
I did not think that was going to happen.
I was just kidding.
The one time I crashed yours, I happened to be at the hotel because I was staying at the hotel to make a special trip.
Well, you didn't even crash it. You just took photos from afar.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Well, so also I will say you had me stressed because when you said you were going at 5, like my fiance doesn't even get home till 6:15. I was like, we got to get going. Like I don't know how long we have. So we got there and we saw you and you were surprised, which I was like, how?
And I was like, should I have acted like, had I known ahead of time you were coming, I would have like totally pretended it was a surprise. Like I didn't really know how to act and he did not love it. He seized up a little bit. His body language changed. And I think that I honestly wouldn't fault him for any way he would have acted. Like, I think if I was on a date with a guy and he like sprung his best friend and that guy's fiance on me, I mean, I would have played it off cooler. But I don't know if I would have loved it.
I mean, well, he didn't like react poorly. He wasn't like pissed.
No.
He just seemed caught off guard. But he is a shyer guy anyway.
Yeah.
You know, like I think some guys would have been like, oh, hey, what's up? Laughing it up, yucking it up. Like I just think he was a little more reserved about it. He didn't know how to act. And then you brought up something like, what if he thought I had you come because it was going badly, which was like not the vibe at all. And then my fiance and I just went and like got drinks at the bar and like had a pizza.
Yeah, I was like, do you guys want to stay? And you're like, no, we're good. We'll just stand over here.
And then I was like, this actually is kind of awkward. But then when we came back around to wrap up and leave and say goodbye to you guys, he was way more relaxed and he was joking around. He was talking more to us.
He had no drink.
Yeah, we were feeling him for you.
He's cute. He's very cute.
So cute.
I really would not fault him for like any way he reacted. I can think of some guys who I've been on dates with, like a different guy went out on a date with that same week, who probably would have been a little more like chatty and warm but like that's not my guy, you know? Like just because somebody's really good in like one situation doesn't mean that like full picture they're your perfect partner. I was trying to like articulate this and like I don't mind if somebody gets a little uncomfortable in that moment because like people that can sort of just like hop to in every single social situation, that's what I'm like. But that doesn't necessarily make you the best partner in the world. It's a nice thing to have. It's not a need to have.
Yes. I was thinking of how my fiance would have reacted and I probably would have been a similar energy, but he knew you. We met him the same time.
Right.
But, so he knows who you are. So he would have been like, oh, Rayna. But this guy didn't know me at all. I mean, I wouldn't have done it if I thought it was going to be awkward. I really thought you knew I was coming. I said it like twice. I wasn't joking. Like, I was like, I'm going to tease this.
I mean, I couldn't care less. I think it's funny. And I will say, I don't need somebody who's going to like be like, join us, but if somebody had a really negative reaction to it, that would not be my person either.
Yeah.
So like I thought it was like cute and light and like who cares, and it made me laugh.
I love crashing my friends' dates. I mean, you know, with the people you know, you can get away with it. But I was telling you, there was one year in Atlanta. It was Valentine's Day, and my friend, but you know, you're friends with him now, Bobby Corey. We were out with friends day drinking that day, and our one friend Travis. Like this is the day I met Taylor Frost, by the way, too. Like I just remember this day. That was the day I met her. We were all out day drinking. It was Valentine's Day, so some of us are single. What do we care? And we were like, you got a date tonight. You can't just get like hammered. Like you got to take your girl out tonight, to our friend Travis. And so he's telling us their plans, and like Bobby and I are like, we'll show up. So we show up to their dinner. And they were like so cool. It was so fun.
Like a sit-down dinner?
Yeah, they were at a dinner reservation.
That's hilarious.
So we show up to their dinner. We were able to make space for us. And then they told
They were
us.
able to make space for
Well,
us.
they were like in a two-top. We had to like squeeze in.
No, when I worked in restaurants on Valentine's Day, like there was no such thing as a four-top. We separated every table in the restaurant.
Exactly. So then we're talking about where the rest of the group, my like group of friends in Atlanta at the time, like we're having like dates. And they were like, so-and-so's down the street at the St. Regis. We were like, let's fucking go. So we go to the St. Regis. And we show up and this guy and his girlfriend are like, what the fuck? And they loved it. I mean, I just think it's fun to be like spontaneous, like hot take. But even the night we came and crashed your date, like we looked back on that night as like one of the more fun nights we've had out, where we went to this bar / restaurant, didn't have a reservation, and were able to get drinks, have a pizza. Then we went to another bar next door. And I was like, this was so much better than like dinner res, sit down. Like, I don't know. It's just, this is literally the coldest take, but like, I'm just having more fun with not as much of a plan when you go out at night.
I've always wanted to live my whole life.
Like, couples make reservations and you go to dinner and it's just like, it's more, let's just hit the town.
I think that different cities, it's in New York City, I don't ever need a plan. I don't make plans. I don't want plans.
That's
like,
when you really need a res.
if you want to go to like the 10 restaurants that
Yeah.
everybody has to go to because Taylor Swift went there, like
Yeah,
yes,
that's true.
but like also I met the publicist from Via Carota. Now we're besties. That's the most important person in New York City.
Oh, there you go.
She's our friend now. But New York City, I don't need to do that. I can hop around. Anything I do will be fun. But in LA, everything's like spread out. You got to make res.
I know.
You know?
But like, I don't know. We've just been having fun on date nights, like playing it by ear more. It just feels better. It feels sexier. It feels like more fun.
You've changed.
I know.
You know me. It's no plans, Greenberg. I do not want to plan ever.
Well, I had to tell you the story I hadn't shared with you yet.
I've been not telling you.
So I've been holding back. I've been gatekeeping. We were in bed the other night, like getting ready to go to bed. And we'll go to bed and he'll kind of fall asleep and I might be up like reading for a little bit. He's just such an easy, sound sleeper. It's like not an issue. It's really nice. Like we'll get into bed together and like I'll stay up and like watch Summer House. And he's kind of in and out of sleep. It doesn't bother him.
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
I couldn't be me. But he's just so easy like that. So this was like, we don't do this every night, but this was like one of those nights. Like we're like, let's go up and go to bed. And then I was still like maybe going to watch something. So he'd kind of been in and out of sleep. I say this to be like, this man was like pretty much sleeping. And I go into the bathroom. I was like doing all my stuff before he always makes fun of me. It takes so long for like women to get ready to go to bed. We have like nighttime skincare routines, like all different things, whatever. So I'd been like watching TV. So I had my contacts in. So the final thing of the night, I went to the bathroom and I like took my contacts out. And the way my eyes started burning so badly, I was like, oh my God, what did I do? It took me a minute to even realize that I had like taken the contacts out and that's what was happening. I started crying. He wakes up. I was like in so much pain. My eyes felt like they were on fire. And I'm like, what did I do? And I'm like, oh my God, like something is really, really wrong here. And he wakes up to me just crying and tears streaming down my face because they're like on fire.
Okay.
So I'm like, what is even happening? So he was like, splash your eyes with water. He's up now. He's like alert. And he's like, let's like soak your eyes with water. And I'm trying to remember what I did. And then I remembered that I had put my cortisone cream on my butt. And obviously I had washed my hands, but like maybe it was under my nail. You use your nail. No, the cream. Sorry, you wipe your butt with your nails, but I don't. So I was like, there must have been some under the nail or something, like, you know, my nails are kind of long. And so I'm like realizing it's washing over me that it was just like the cortisone cream. But then I felt better that I at least realized what was happening.
I thought you were telling me it was jalapeno.
And I wasn't like going blind.
Yeah.
So I'm like rinsing my eyes out. They finally started to feel better, and we get back into bed. I was like, I think I realized what it was. And he was like, what? And I said, it was like, I put some cortisone cream on. And he was like, on what? And I was like, on my butt. He was like, you had butt cream in your eyes? That's why your eyes were burning. So that's the new joke around the house, that I put my butt cream in my eyes and my eyes were on fire. Like living with somebody is just a series of getting embarrassed all the time. They're just there for all of this.
This is your first time living with a man.
No, I know. But it's just, I mean, I've lived with somebody before so many years ago, like to this extent where he's like just there all the time. Like, see, I do embarrassing stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Like that just would have been like a thing that happened to me personally. Maybe I would tell you about it, that I got my like rectal cortisone cream. If you guys remember when I picked it up, they embarrassed me at the pharmacy. Yeah. Rectal cortisone cream in my eyeballs.
Okay, the worst thing for me is, yes, that's embarrassing but understandable.
It's fine. Like, I'm not really truly embarrassed.
But
like
I'd love to get surgery. If no one can see me looking like that, and you like obviously like you had a little bit of like a mouth procedure and the side of your jaw like blew up, and like I don't know what I would do. I haven't like had like real surgery while I was like living with anybody. I've lived with 3 men. Like you just have to like know you're gonna be looking like that in front of a person.
I can't imagine having a partner that cared about that stuff. I mean, he just like doesn't care. He's so unbothered. He loves me no matter what. Like the times he tells me I look beautiful, I'm like, please stop. You're lying. Like he doesn't look at me the way I look at me, you know, and those things just like don't bother him. Like, yeah, he thought my jaw looked crazy, but he doesn't like think, I don't know. Like I would feel for any woman who lives with a guy that feels like you can't be gross or, you know, be swollen.
I think the stuff that we say to ourselves about ourselves is always going to be so much worse than what anybody who loves you could ever think when they look at you. And like, I think so many times, like we say, like, I feel, not you and I, but like in the plural you, I feel fat, I feel unattractive, I feel ugly today. And your partner never really thinks that. Maybe they do, but.
Well, you hope they don't. And if you feel that they do, you don't want to be with that person because your looks are going to get worse. Like I'm saying we're all going to age. You're not going to look like you do now.
Yes. And we were talking about like having bad breath in front of somebody, and like I stay getting strep throat. For years we get strep throat, and that makes your breath like so disgusting. Yeah. And I think about like the men that I lived with through strep throat that like never said anything to me about it. They never made me feel bad. And that is the standard and the norm. Yeah, but I think we're all in our heads like my partner thinks this and that, and somebody who really loves you doesn't
or just doesn't care. Like it doesn't even cross their mind. But yeah, I'm pretty much healed from the gum surgery if you guys want a full health update. But that was only gum graft number 1. So I'm still supposed to get another one. I'm like a Zool at this point. Like my teeth are so fucked up. I have so much more dental work to get done. But we survived it and I feel pretty good about it. And I'll get the other side eventually. I don't know.
All right.
It's a tooth on the top, which feels different too, because then you see it in your smile. I don't know. I don't know when I have like a window of time.
No, I'll figure it out too. We'll ping pong.
It wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, no. We'll ping pong who gets mouth surgery. So I gotta get some shit done too. Summer, how am I bothered? This is wintertime shit.
Well, let's take a quick break and then we will get back into it. We have some fun travel tips and tricks for you guys. I am telling you about Pretty Litter. This is truly the best cat litter on the planet. Such a game changer. It helps monitor your cat's health, which is huge. We're just talking about health. It's so important to keep your pets healthy. It can detect abnormalities in their urine and just show you if they have anything going on with them, which is just so important. I feel like once you have a cat litter that's going to help you preserve your cat's health, why would you use anything different? And it ships right to your door for free. It is non-toxic, pet safe, and household friendly. It's low dust. It really doesn't fly out of the box and get under your feet like some cat litters do. Controls odor. I mean, my parents use this. They have 5 cats, and this is what I insist that they use, and I've never noticed an odor when I'm in the room that they keep the cat box, and it lasts for up to 1 month. And so this is just really great, and we have so many friends that have cats, and you know, we have our favorite cats. We're not going to name any names, but we have cats we like more than others, and you know, we have cats that live outside on our patios, and that's just always what it is. But hopefully their owners are using Pretty Litter, and we're just such a big fan of it, and it's really just going to give you peace of mind. I mean, I obviously have a dog, and nothing is more important to me than his health and making sure he's healthy and extending his life. And so this is how you can do that with your cats. It truly is the best. And right now you can save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy at prettylitter.com/GGE. That's prettylitter.com/GGE to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/GGE. Pretty Litter cannot detect every feline health issue or prevent or diagnose diseases. A diagnosis can only come from a licensed veterinarian. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. prettylitter.com/GGE.
Okay. And one of the reasons I look so youthful is that I sleep 8 hours a night, unbothered, comfy, and that's my Helix mattress. People ask me all the time, like, they ask us all the time, actually, all of our products, do you really use them? Yes. We love our Helix mattresses. Ashley's whole family has them. Mine, my whole house, her whole house.
Guest rooms.
We love them, and they really have a mattress for everybody. So when you go on to helixsleep.com, you'll take a sleep quiz and it'll say, do you sleep with another person? Are you solo? Are you a back sleeper or a side sleeper? They even have mattresses for big and tall, and you just take a really quick quiz. It takes like 30 seconds and they'll recommend some mattresses for you guys. And it really is the key to having the best day. For me, sleeping 8 hours and sleeping really comfortably. And I think about this a lot when I travel, that I just can't wait to get back to my Helix mattress. And they'll just help you sort out, do you get night sweats, back pain, motion transfer, any of that? Helix has helped you solve those issues. So log on, check it out. We really, really think this will improve your sleep, and we love their mattresses. You can go to helixsleep.com/GGE for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/GGE for 20% off. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/GGE.
Okay, and a beverage we are so excited about for summer is Simply Pop. Simply has launched a new prebiotic soda, Simply Pop, the new juicy soda. There are 5 flavors: pineapple, mango, lime, strawberry, citrus punch, and fruit punch. We love this. I mean, I obviously, like, who doesn't want something that's going to be prebiotic, that's going to taste great, made with real fruit juice? Simply Pop supports gut health, so big on gut health, with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, no added sugars, sweetened with juices, monk fruit extract, supports immune health with zinc and vitamin C. Simply Pop is flavor that pops. I really love all the flavors, but I'm just like a pineapple, mango kind of tropical flavor. I also love a lime. Any citrus fruit I love, but they all are really delicious. Again, made with real fruit juice. And you pair that with the zinc and the vitamin C, and it's going to support your immune health. You just really can't beat it. So this is all new. You guys might be hearing about it for the first time here today.
Heard it here first.
And we really encourage you guys to check it out. You can go to cokeurl.com/simplypop and find out where you can try Simply Pop. Okay, so theme of the summer. It's a spicy girl summer. You heard it here first. It's hot, but it's more than hot. It's zesty.
It is. It's hot. It's hot bodies. It's hot attitudes. It's hot travel.
But you're bringing the spice.
Getting hot.
It's better than hot.
It's spicy.
We're doing things differently. We're doing things spontaneously, more spicy. The sex toys we dropped are spicy. And we did crowdsource and ask you guys your themes and goals. And spicy came up.
All the time.
You guys are on board.
Yeah.
So Spicy Girl Summer is here, and we asked you guys some of your goals for summer. And so we wanted to do a definitive guide to having Spicy Girl Summer. 10 goals crowdsourced by our audience, and we are going to give tips on how to achieve them.
Okay. And then we'll do some travel tips.
Yeah, and then we have travel tips for you at the end. Okay. Do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, this came up a lot in general weddings. Somebody said, survive my sister's wedding. And I think, it is wedding season. A lot of us are having to travel, be around people we don't like, spend a lot of money we don't necessarily have. Ultimately, it's a good thing, and I never miss that money. But, survive other people's weddings. Big theme of the summer.
Yeah. And one person wrote in and said, survive my sister's wedding, which could be that it's a younger sister. We don't know all the details, or just a sister in general. And maybe she is single. And so she's looking at this as like, she doesn't want to be single I don't know all the details, but survive my sister's wedding leads me to believe she's not that excited.
No, I don't. You don't use the word survive if you're excited.
So I don't know. I mean, this goes back to what we talked about last week with just trusting the timing of your life. And this also aligns with what Rayna said earlier in the episode, to focus on what you have, not what you don't have. And these things can be really tough, especially if I'm just projecting. You are going to a younger sibling's wedding without a date, and you wish you were in a relationship, and it could feel like everybody's getting married around you, but it's like, what are you going to do?
They're going to get divorced soon.
Yeah.
Just wait until your late 30s.
Just go, be hot, have fun. And you don't want to look back on this as you ruined your own time because you were worried that you didn't have a date. I mean, I've always had so much fun at weddings. I've been to most weddings without a date, and you're the sister of the bride. You're an important person. You're on the A-list, you're the inner circle. And so that's my advice, is if you let this get you down and you think all these limiting beliefs and all these thoughts of why don't I have somebody, why her, why not me, why whatever, you will look back on this next year, 5 years, 10 years, and be like, I can't believe I did that to myself. I can't believe I didn't enjoy this special time in my sister's life. But maybe she hates her sister. Who's to say? So I'm just saying, if your sister is important to you, if your family is important to you, just don't let this ruin this milestone.
I love that advice. And I think it's It's important to be honest with yourself about your capacity. Take breaks if you need to, you know, find a place in the venue you can go cool off for a little bit. Wear something you feel really confident in, not just something you're like, I look hot in this and I should pick this thing out. Wear something you feel physically good in. I guess if you're in the wedding,
she's got to be in a bridesmaid dress. Yeah.
Listen,
get it tailored to be sexy.
Shorten it.
Hey, I got this
cut
fixed.
A slit up the front and
put a
down
slit in
the
it.
front.
Why not? I dare someone to tell me I can't put a slit in it. I put a slit in it. What are you going to do now? Close it up?
And per usual, you know, I think everybody gets in their head like, I'm the only single person here. No one's thinking about you.
No.
This is the ultimate no one's thinking about you. Everyone is thinking about the bride and groom. No one is thinking about you. And I've been to plenty of weddings by myself too. Everyone dances together. And if you need to, leave early, you know, but try to enjoy these moments because this is what bonds you to people. And when you look back at special times in your life, it is things like birthdays, weddings, holidays. I've never missed the money that I've spent, even when I really was struggling. These are the things I'm happy to have spent the money on and gone to. And also, if you can't, you know, we all have financial limitations. The things I regret is not being honest if I can't afford something or go to something, but just try to enjoy the time because you can't get it back.
Yeah. And if this is a matter of really wanting that too, and you want to find somebody and you want to get married, it's coming. It's happening to your sister. It's all around you. You're attracting it. I always think that like something I want, if it's happening to people around me, it's coming for me next. You can't outrun
You're
it.
gonna get got.
And listen, if you're worried that people are asking you, what are you next? What about you? Are you dating somebody? Just fuck with those people. Have them think whatever. Like you could just hit them with a who's to say. Just have them thinking you like girls now, whatever. Maybe you do, but like I'm just those relatives that are going to make you feel some sort of way. Just fuck with them. Just say a thing and walk away. You know, just have fun.
Yeah. You know, get out there, enjoy it, feel hot.
Okay. Do more things alone.
I love doing stuff alone.
You start this one.
I
so
just
let you take it away.
I love it. And I'm never going to not do something that I want to do out of fear that I have to do it alone. And there are things that are scarier to do alone. Of course, travel, and we'll talk about that later. Going out to eat by yourself. I think everyone's looking at me and I want to experience this with somebody else. But I always have a running list in my phone of things I want to go to, whether it's art exhibits or museums or like even just like a flower shop I want to experience or a different area of town I want to explore. And no one's thinking about me more than I'm thinking about me. No one's like, I can't believe she's doing this alone. I like to go to the farmer's market. I'll go with somebody or not. But I'm never going to not do something just because I can't find somebody to do it with me. Because how sad would that be to go through life just waiting for somebody to fulfill you? And I think that if you have that mindset, it can lead to making bad decisions about who you're with. Because if you just make decisions based on, I got to find somebody to do stuff with, I think you drop your standards. And I don't want to do that either, you know? And so I think how great is it to have the health and the ability and the finances to do things that you want to do that excite you. And just because you don't have somebody to do it with doesn't mean you shouldn't. And people ask us all the time about making new friends. I mean, these are great opportunities to meet new people. So take a class, whether it's a workout class, a pottery class, whether it's just some kind of group camping trip, just say yes to stuff, even if you have to do it alone. And I find a lot of fulfillment in it, even if I can't share it with somebody else.
Yeah, and we talked about this a lot. I don't remember the exact episode. We talked about it last year, maybe around this time or late summer, early fall with the horseback riding situation. Rayna went horseback riding alone and they couldn't remind her enough she was there alone. And it's funny to laugh about, you know, like again, just make light of this stuff. It's not that deep. And I always say start small. If you are a person who can't really imagine doing anything alone, like first step is the farmer's market. So many people are there alone, or the coffee shop. It's not going to dinner during prime dinner time and sitting there by yourself. If that feels so terrifying to you, it's just like starting small with the activities that other people are doing alone as well.
Yeah. So
And you'll build up to it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3.
People want to get into new sex stuff.
3 for threesomes. A lot of threesomes.
A lot of threesomes. A lot of getting Eiffel Towered.
Can you imagine getting Eiffel Towered in Paris? That should be a goal.
You know, I've been thinking about it.
You're going to Paris this summer, aren't you?
Brittany's going to stay with me.
Brittany can set that up.
That's
true.
She can't. She definitely can, though. Well, you and I have been seeing a lot of threesomes just out in the wild. We were sitting at a bar the other night, and there was this girl sitting between these two guys, and they both were like all over her. And then she just got up and left with both of them.
She was...
I think threesomes are hot right now.
Something alone. She was there with 2 dates.
I think threesomes are really hot right now.
Yes.
And I think 2 men, one woman. I'm trying to do that this summer.
Well, I know where you got that idea. You've been horned up since Harry Jowsey's episode. Harry Jowsey is coming soon, and he talks about this. No, this really is the summer of threesomes. And it's our third anniversary for Vibes Only, 3 new products, threesomes.
Everything comes in
summer.
threes.
Everything comes in 3,
Yes.
summer of 3. And we have Mandy and Wheezy from the podcast Decisions, formerly Horrible Decisions, coming in a couple weeks. And their book is a wealth of sex information, inspiration, if you will. So their book is called No Holes Barred. So they'll be on end of this month, and then their book is dropping. And I mean, I've read that book and I was just like, this made me want to go out and do some freaky stuff. So I think sometimes just getting in the mindset of threesomes, whether it be with some erotic audio like we have in the Vibes Only app or reading a book, can really get you set up and inspired.
I've been trying some new stuff this year, a little like cuck holding.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it with them too.
Yes, which I surprise. I like it. And I've been like sort of into like the idea of 2 guys with me. And I just, why not?
Yes.
You
Well,
know?
I'm manifesting this for you that it happens in Paris. I don't know about those French guys, but you can find whoever.
Other people are in Paris.
You'll be out with Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can like wingman this. And even if she doesn't want to participate, well, then I guess it's an orgy. But like she could help you find your 2 guys for you.
And
If
I'll
you
find
get
2
Eiffel
for her.
Towered in Paris, you should run for president.
And her and I are like you and I. We don't have the same type.
Totally.
She is a very different type than I do. So, because she's so much hotter than I am.
Stop it. I don't buy that.
No, she's just as beautiful as I am.
But also get on field. I know if you're in a small town, I can't speak on it and I don't know, but it exists everywhere. And, maybe you take a trip into the city. If you're in a small town, you take a trip into the big city. But we've talked about field. Rayna had a great experience on it. Like that would be where I would start if you don't know where to start. And people will have threesomes in their hobbies, preferences.
Oh, all the time.
So you could find one person on there and then they could set it up for you. I mean, be safe and,
There's a lot of couples on there too, just looking
right.
for a third.
Exactly.
You can kind of design your own adventure, what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And I don't think you always like get into like BDSM or cuckolding so easily. So like you can try some lighter fetishes like edging to start.
Or just talk about it. Again, Field is a dating app and we've talked about it at length, FEELD. You guys can download that. But like, if you see someone that's just their interest or threesomes, just go out with them. They're not going to bring a person to the drink date. Like you can talk about it. So tell me about threesomes. I've been interested in it. Like these things just can be like soft entrees into them. Like I always want to tell people like some things sound so intimidating and they don't need to be that way. Like you can ease in, dip a toe in.
I like Jesse. It was a Summer House reference.
Suck a toe.
When I've been on these field dates, I mean, you can set up your profile however you want, but like people don't walk into a date with me and start telling me about their sexual kinks. Like I open the door to it,
Right.
And you would hope you'd be in a safe space with somebody that like they don't lead with that if you haven't expressly wanted them to. And if somebody does and you feel uncomfortable, then you fucking leave.
Yeah, 100%.
But I've just, been toying with some different stuff this year. It's been fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, it can just start small steps.
Somebody said I want to finally try reverse cowgirl. Just get
Just
into
do it. Yeah.
Just spin around.
Do not let that intimidate you at all. Just, spin around.
Do you like reverse cowgirl?
Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I guess I'm like, why am I doing it?
To me, it just looks kind of naughty.
It feels naughty. It feels sexy. If your partner is getting a different view, but yeah, I do it.
It goes like kind of deeper, and it's type 2 fun for me. In the moment, I don't necessarily care about it. It's not like hitting the spot I needed to hit necessarily, but I like to think about it after the fact.
Yeah, and they can smack your ass easier.
Yeah.
They don't have to like reach around, like it's right there.
Honestly, I find it an easier position on top than regular cowgirl. I find that I just like it's easier for me.
But
to
it's to
move.
me, I'm just bouncing and where am I looking? Like
At their toes.
It's just like you're just bouncing and it's just like that's when you need a show on to watch.
I look at their feet. I take a little break. I give my face a little break.
Yeah,
it's just
true.
It's a break for everything.
Yeah, it's a break for everything.
Enjoy actually being in my own town. I thought that was interesting. And when we talked to Brian Kelly, he said a lot of people are going to forego international travel this year and really start to explore not only just the United States, but their own towns. And this is something I do so much. LA is so humongous.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, not everybody lives in a city this big, but I always have a running list of the neighborhoods I want to explore. And I'll pick a neighborhood. So say it's like Silver Lake, which is almost an hour from Venice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pick a great coffee shop to go to in the morning, a little brunch place. I pick a place I want to like work. Maybe it's like a park I want to read a book in and maybe grab an early dinner, and then I drive back and I write a whole plan for myself for the day and just ask people like, what's a fun thing to do in this area? And I feel so like accomplished when it's over. Like I've really explored something new.
Yeah, I love this, to be a tourist in your own city or town and like keeping a list. Like Rayna said, I was going to read you some things from my list. But even this weekend, I mean, I will have just done these shows, but I have shows in Pasadena. It's like Friday, I'm going to go and come back. But then Saturday, my fiance is going to go. And I just booked as a hotel for afterwards. There's a really beautiful Langham, Pasadena. And then to the next day, because I want to go to the botanical gardens, the library, the Huntington Library. Yeah. So I'm just like, I've been wanting to go. Let's just have a fun little staycation at the sexy hotel and do these things. And that's just Pasadena. It's just down the street.
You know what I do all the time is every time I see something like the Canberra app is great in LA or Time Out, anything I see that I want to do in my city, I star it. And then when I'm near that neighborhood, I see like, what have I previously starred that I could like go to? Because Jackie and I like drove way out to Eagle Rock to get this sandwich the other day. And I was like, what do I want to do out here? And there was the botanical garden out there that I'd started a long time ago. And I was like, do you want to go to this with me? And we had such like a lovely like 2 hours walking around.
I know. And so the Canberra app is great. Time Out is great if you have it in your city, because it's like this weekend, this week, this month, and you can really filter it that way. And we love the infatuation for restaurants. But I just think TikTok, I mean, every small town in America, you can, if you don't have those other sites or those apps, you just go on TikTok. What are people doing? I mean, if it's your town and you know everything to do, that's one thing. But I just love this, taking a list. Like I have like all these restaurants that we want to hit. And then a couple things I want to go to the LACMA Jazz on Fridays. And then the Bungalow in Santa Monica, they're doing like a night market Thursday nights.
That's so cool.
Like 5 to 11 p.m., which I think would be so fun. And then these outdoor movies. I mean, there's so many different ones. They have West Hollywood, downtown, then Cinespia, which is in the Hollywood Cemetery. And like Time Out has like every outdoor movie every night through the summer.
There's a ton of them.
So anyway, those are just some of my like LA recs, but just like, I love this. Just like really enjoy where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 5, get tan.
You were really excited about this one. What are your tanning tips?
I just ordered some of my tanning products last night, so it was just top of mind. I mean, I love the tanning drops. I love Isle of Paradise. I do think they just reformulated some stuff and people are pissed, but I was able to find the old bottle on Amazon because I couldn't find it in Sephora.
When I get a product like that, I will buy like 3 of them just in case, God forbid, they discontinue it.
But I like the tanning drops that I put in my lotion.
Do you use Tan Lux ever? My friend Emily swears by Tan Lux in her lotion.
Oh, the drops.
Yeah.
Wait, I did just order those for her face because they're like the top rated.
Yes.
And it's buildable. You know, still try your best to apply it evenly, but you're not going to have like some streaky mess. And I just think wear sunscreen, wear hair sunscreen. I ordered some hair sunscreen.
What's that?
My scalp got burnt recently and your hair gets dry. So I ordered some like sunscreen for my hair and, you know, just take care of your skin and keep tan with all these tanning products.
I do like a hair mask once a week. I also wash my hair once a week. So that's my hair mask. It's just crazy.
You got to protect your hair in the sun.
I like when it gets like really blonde though.
Yeah, that's true. What are your tanning products?
I just use the Jergens tanning lotion and Build. People always tell me how tan I am. I'm like, it's just the
no,
Jergens
that shit
lotion.
really does work, but it has a little bit of smell.
Mine doesn't.
Yeah, it does have a smell.
Does it?
I think so. It's just faint.
Huh.
But I always would only do it on my legs because like if it's up too close to my nose, but I'm sensitive to smell.
You are very sensitive to smell. But I put that and I mix it with, what's the body oil that I like? Osea body oil. I mix the lotion with the Osea body oil.
Okay.
And just, you know, I'm smooth and tan.
So those are my tanning products. And then I just don't get spray tans anymore. No shade, but like I feel like I haven't had one in so long. Like I'm DIY at home.
I got one for our live show in December because I was going to be like naked for 5 shows in a row, but that was it.
Yeah. I mean, I love a spray tan. I love a raw bronzing studio in Atlanta. We used to go to Sugared and Bronzed in New York and they have those here. But I don't know. I'm just like, it's a whole production. And so I just like, I'm doing it at home with my tanning drops.
Yeah, I don't like the smell. If you do go, I like Sugared and Bronzed too. There's a good one in Venice. Okay, read more books. Get rid of hemorrhoids. It's a dual.
If you want to read, I love these girls' goals. If you want to read more books, we did a great book episode 2 weeks ago on the snack at this point. So and that's on our Instagram, some of our book recs. And get rid of hemorrhoids. I mean,
what kind of creams for your butts can you use? Actually,
you got to you got to figure this out. You don't want to go into summer with a butt issue. Trust me, I constantly am dealing with something. You got to figure this out. But Mega Babe makes a hemorrhoid cream, so I want to take this opportunity to plug Mega Babe. I feel like they really were like, this is not sexy, but so many people deal with this and we're going to tackle this issue. Yeah, so Mega Babe, who Katie Storino is the founder, and we just love the product line. They make a hemorrhoid cream called Butt Stuff. which I think is genius. And shop all their other, I mean, great plug for summer in general, just like the deodorants and the anti-chafing stuff. Like Mega Babe truly is like one of the best places to shop for products year round, but especially summer. And they have stuff for men too, but they have a hemorrhoid cream. And, you know, that's could be a place to start.
This girl's going to get rid of her hemorrhoids and she's going to be more well-read.
Yeah.
Okay, great. The 3 Fs: get fit, get fucked, get financially stable. A lot of people want to get fit this summer.
I want to do more strength training.
I have been stretching a lot. Every morning I've been stretching. Your brother got me into stretching, so that's...
But I just think it's so important to lift weights, and I feel like I'm not taking my own advice. So I want to like do more strength training, even if I'm just doing like Peloton classes at home. I need to go buy some like heavier weights and just doing like some Pilates at home. Like I just do cardio and yoga, and I just want to do more like weight stuff.
Well, we were talking to Dr. Barrett the last time we were there, and I was asking him about people that stay on Ozempic for a long time. And like, is that advised? And obviously, I'm not going to give medical advice, but he said as you get older, one thing that's really important is bone density. And so that you should be working out and doing a little strength training. And, you know, whether you're on a GLP-1 med or not, that's really important as you age.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Yeah, it really is. And get fucked. I mean, you know, we talked about that. And get financially stable. We can direct you guys to an episode we did with Tori Dunlap from her first 100K, which I think was really great. And she's just a great resource in general. And I think also some people are like, I am not at the point where I have money to save. And I think her content can also help answer some of those questions. And Ramit Sethi too. Ramit has been on our podcast a couple times, and he speaks to that as well. The people are like, you're talking about stuff I don't understand. Like I'm living paycheck to paycheck. And I think he speaks really bluntly about like that, like how to make more money, how to get more financially stable.
Yeah. And their advice is it's not like intangible. It's, I mean, if you have $20 a week to save, they can still really help you with that, which I think that's what I had in my 20s, $20 to save.
Oh my God. Yeah. Sometimes not even. I was out here overdrafting, but our episode, I don't know if it addressed so much of that, but she speaks on it. So does he. So they're just great resources. And again, like this is a start small thing. Like just start following some of these people. Just have them in your feed. You know, like if you've never thought about saving money or being financially stable before, just start with consuming some of the content about it, reading her book, his book. Those are just our go-tos.
I love that advice. And a lot of people said, I want to quit my job and start a small business, and I want to turn my hobby into a small business. And those are the type of accounts that are also great to just emulate what other people that have had success are doing and do like one small thing every week.
Yeah, you really do pick up some of this information through osmosis, just having it in your feed of your TikTok, your Instagram. If you're following like models and memes and stuff that doesn't really bring value to your life, just rework that. So the stuff that you're seeing, even when you're mindlessly scrolling, can have you like thinking about things a different way.
Yeah. My Instagram makes me so happy. It's just like food and cute little fashion and architecture. I just love it. Okay. Say yes more than no. I mean, I have been saying this for years. We have been saying this for years. That is the best advice when you want to make friends, when you want to heal from a breakup, when you want to just meet new people in a new city or build your business. Just say yes. And the worst thing that is going to happen is you go to something and you're like, this is kind of boring. And then you leave.
Yeah. And I mean, don't do anything you don't want to do. It goes without saying, but just say yes. Just don't overthink it. Like sometimes I'm just like, Ashley, just stop overthinking. Just say you'll go. Just commit to it, put it on your calendar, and you can always leave. Like you said.
Yeah.
So just like, I think too much overthinking, I got to plan it. No, just say yes. If someone's, hey, you want to do this thing? Yeah, I'll be there.
Even when I'm like, God damn it, why did I agree to this? I always have fun.
Yeah.
I never go to something that I've agreed to because my friends are cool and they have cool ideas. And so I'm going to like the stuff that they like. And I will make up an excuse to fucking leave if I don't want to be there.
Yeah, you can leave at any time. Okay, I love this one. This is number 9. Date and fuck different types of people to find out what I want.
Spread it around.
I love this goal, and I really think you should game it. Like if you go out with a finance guy, your next guy needs to be broke. You know, like you needs to be a broke comedian. Like just game it, keep a list, make a PowerPoint, have your girls' night with your PowerPoint presentation. Like if you really don't know what you want, find out by really dating opposite people and make a game out of it. If you really don't know, I mean, and if you're like, oh, that person even looks wise, like just really, you know, catch them all.
People will surprise you. And I think that we all have this prescribed list of what we want, how we want somebody to be. And the people that I've been with, outside of just all being nice people, have all been really different than the last person. And I wouldn't have necessarily like picked them out of a lookbook.
Yeah.
But yeah, just shop around.
I love this. I love that she could end her summer and be like, I went out with so many different types of guys, from what they do for work to their height to their sense of humor or lack thereof to where they live. I just think it could be really fun to like look back and she's like, I did it all and here's what I think I want now.
Amy Chan, who I've been talking to a lot about dating, she's previously on our show, a breakup boot camp. She says keep a spreadsheet. She says go on date 12 people, don't get a relationship. I'm like, that's a lot of people. But as much as you can do, keep a spreadsheet and just take notes. What did you like about them? How did they make you feel? How do you feel after the date? Things like that. What didn't you like? We had a friend that told us last summer that she like realized she really liked butt sex. And she was like, I'm just really enjoying it. And I was like, good for you at the age of like 35 to discover you like butt sex.
Right. How would you even have known?
I know.
This woman and whoever else takes her up on her challenge may find stuff she didn't even know she was into.
Right.
It could be short guys. You never know.
It could be women.
Yeah, exactly. It could be women. Okay. And the last one.
This came up so much. Be outside more.
Be outside more. Garden, sleep outside. That's where she lost us. Yeah. But maybe she just means like on her patio.
No, she meant camping.
Yeah, she probably would have wrote camping then. But garden, sleep outside, run, sit in the grass and drink wine. I love that. Just feel in the grass. Feet in the grass, touch grass, hiking, camping. See, camping, Rayna. So she just separate things.
No, I conflated. A lot of people said, well, I want to be outside more. So I added
you
a few
just
things.
made this. Okay, I was going to say the same woman wrote sleep outside.
It's ambitious,
camping.
yeah.
Okay, play with my dogs, garden.
And somebody else wrote, just be outside with my kids and enjoy them being young
Yeah.
while I can. And that's just like, I thought was really sweet.
I want to have sex outside this summer.
Have you guys not had sex outside? The stakes get higher as you get older. In my early 20s, I would fuck anywhere. It didn't matter what was somebody doing. Somebody discovers me having sex outside at this age, you get some real trouble.
So we just haven't had a lot of luck. And like we really tried in Cabo, which was so early stages of our relationship. This was my 40th birthday. This was 2 years ago. And I think he was nervous. I mean, he was nervous. All our friends were on that trip and we could hear you guys at the pool. And I'm like, let's do it. And we couldn't work it out. And so ever since then, I'm like, we need to fuck on the patio.
Yeah, you guys haven't fucked on your roof yet or the patio. You start small, your own spaces.
I know, but I'm also just trying to think logistically, like what would it be on? I guess I could kind of straddle him on the chair. The new patio chairs we couldn't. There are these big cushions. Like it just wouldn't be comfortable.
Some stuff does sound like a better idea than it actually is. Like I always wanted to like fuck on my roof in my old building because there was 175 apartments and like anything could happen.
Yeah.
And like we're in this like lawn chair on the roof and we kept like trying to get into it and somebody would walk outside every 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. We'll definitely do it on the roof. I think I'll seduce him on the roof. That's my summer goal.
And it's hard. Listen, on a lawn chair, you don't have that much like movability.
I'm telling you. Yeah, like when we were in Cabo, we were on just like a long lounge chair. I mean, it wasn't comfortable. I just was horny about the thought of it and he was nervous about the thought of it.
I had sex with somebody on their balcony. He lived next door to the Flatiron building, like a really tall building.
I remember
like
the story, yeah.
30 stories up. We just fucked outside in the middle of the day. I wasn't famous yet.
Being bent over balcony is good.
It is, but like there was this broad daylight.
Yeah.
That was really crazy. just fucking me like that. That was crazy. On vacation, you can.
Yeah.
You also have a lot of neighbors. Like people can really hear you. Me too. Like if I was outside in my backyard having sex, people could look down.
I know, exactly. And the roof, I think we're safer. The only people that are seeing us are literal planes that are flying over. But like the patio, I have a bunch of outdoor spaces. I really do love my house. I love that about it. But the main patio area, like where we had the dinner, the hibachi dinner and stuff, like I'm out there a lot on the phone, just talking my shit. And then I will hear the neighbors and I can hear every fucking word they're saying. I'm like, I have to be more careful.
Yes.
Like you really don't think about it till you hear them crystal clear.
Those kids outside your house.
Those kids. All right. Yes, I want to have sex outside this summer and not hear those fucking kids ask each other what grade they're in. That's my goal. Their ball's gonna fly. Like one time there was a ball on my patio. Like what if we're fucking outside and their basketball ended up like hitting us?
You guys, listen, I think that you've worked this into your dirty talk. It's funny.
But I'm trying to think of where we're going. Can we have sex in the Hamptons outside?
Sure.
Okay.
It's not my house. I don't care.
Okay. I'm just
fuck on the water slide that I bought.
Trying to
You
think
know,
of where else. I was fingered on a water slide once on a Carnival cruise. First
Going
night.
down the water
No,
slide?
at the top of the water slide. Like me and this guy snuck
Like you just
up.
couldn't wait?
No, they had closed. We were at night.
You climbed up a water slide
Yeah,
tower
like
to get
we were on the
fingered?
Lido deck and they had like closed the pool.
Okay.
And we climbed up to the top of the water slide and he fingered me.
That's fun.
This was in like 08.
I like being fingered outdoors. I don't know that I like to get fucked outdoors, but I really like
Like
getting
to be
fingered.
fingered outdoors?
Yeah, like
what,
one
like
ni-
up against a tree?
Like one time I was like walking home with this guy from a date in the winter. I don't know how he got in there because I had so many layers on. But
Yeah.
he like pushed me into a doorway and was like
fingered you
making out with
there.
me and like fingered me. Again, I had like 6 layers.
Yeah, you had
on.
like a big jacket
like a puffy
on.
coat. Like I don't know
Right.
how you got down that thing, but I still think about that. That was so hot.
That is hot. Okay. All right, guys. Well,
Get fingered
outside this summer. And that's your spicy girl summer goals.
Yeah. All right. We have really fun travel tips for you guys. We're just going to thank a couple more of our partners and get back into it. Quince. One of my friends the other day was like, I am looking for like a summer wardrobe. Like, what should I do? Do you like Quince as much as you say? Yes.
Yeah.
We are obsessed with the quality, the variety, the pricing, all of it. If you guys are looking to just refresh your summer wardrobe, they have tons of European linen sets. They have great silk dresses. They're washable. They have incredible totes. I bought these tan mules. I bought linen white
the shoes.
sneakers.
Yeah.
I honestly have been so impressed by the quality of everything, and everything is half the cost of a similar brand. I don't know how they do it, but it's really, really high quality. They have Italian leather platform sandals. They have great stuff for the beach, but so many summer items to just like set your trip off well. And we'll give you guys some packing tips later, but Quince really is like the best way to just like pick a summer wardrobe that's really affordable and high quality and just like get
the
it popping
linen.
this summer. The linen sets are
Second to none.
fantastic. So give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/GGE for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/GGE to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/GGE.
Okay, and Nutrafol, I have a hair appointment this Wednesday. So you guys will see my lighter, brighter hair next
I'm excited to see.
week. And I love Nutrafol so much. I can't imagine my life without it. I've been taking it for literal years. I take the women's formula. There are a variety of formulas to fit your different needs. There's women's, which I take the women's vegan, the women's balance, and postpartum. I've just noticed such an improvement since I started taking it. I mean, I really doubled down on taking it when I experienced a lot of hair shedding that really stressed me out. And I just felt like my hair had changed so much. And this just really has helped. I take 4 capsules a day and I've really noticed less shedding. I really noticed in the shower, like how much hair you put on the shower wall, basically. And so I kind of gauge it by that. And I just don't notice that much. And so it's really just impacted me in so many different ways. And summer is such a time where we are out, like I mentioned, the sun, like I feel like I didn't really notice this until I moved to California. Like the sun really can damage the top layer of your hair and you can burn your scalp and then you can have flaking and things like that. So I just think it's, so many different things happen in the summer. You got to take care of your hair. And they target the root cause because everyone's root cause of hair thinning is different. So a one size fits all approach doesn't cut it. They have multiple formulas, like I mentioned. And you may have heard about Nutrafol and wondered, does it actually work? It is a fair question. Many hair supplements overpromise and underdeliver, but Nutrafol is different. As the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, it's trusted by over 1.5 million people and is clinically tested to deliver real results in just 3 to 6 months. And they clinically test their final formulations using advanced hair measurement tools like hair counts and pull tests to track real improvements in growth, quality, shedding, and texture, where some supplements rely solely on ingredient studies. They just do the most. And it is backed by all these studies and research, peer-reviewed journals, vetted by doctors. It's really just the best out there, and no prescription is needed. You can subscribe to save up to 20% and enjoy perks like one-on-one naturopathic consults and a free Headspace membership to support your hair growth journey. So this summer, stop worrying about your hair and start making memories. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code GG10. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code GGE10. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code GGE10.
Okay, and last but not least, Rocket Money. Smart money moves are all about getting more out of every dollar. With Rocket Money, you could easily find forgotten subscriptions and have them negotiate your bills for you, putting money back in your pocket. With all those savings, Rocket Money practically pays for itself. And it's summertime, and we're talking about new fashion and travel. So, like, what better time to do one thing for your finances? And this is really it. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. I really was impressed by just the user interface in general that just laid out what am I spending money on every single month? How can I get those bills down? What's important to me? And it's all in one place. It's a fantastic app. You can get alerts if your bills increase in price. And the new goals feature automatically saves money for you so you don't have to think about it. Help pay off your bills, put away money for a house, or just build your savings. And Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Download the Rocket Money app and enter our show name, Girls Gotta Eat, in the survey so they know we sent you. Don't wait. Download the Rocket Money app today and tell them you heard about them from our show.
Okay, we're going to round this out with some travel tips.
So people asked us for a lot of travel tips. The number one ones were, I think, packing, solo travel, and just safety in general when you're traveling, which of course is really important to women. And if you guys just want extra travel in general and how to budget, save, game points, we did a great episode a couple weeks ago with Brian Kelly, who's the points guy. His website is phenomenal also, but this will just be, for the girlies.
Yeah, I think he had a lot of great information on like where you might want to go and, planning your summer travel and how to do it. But yeah, people want to talk about packing for one. You want to start with packing?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're better than packing than I am. I always show up with two suitcases.
That is true. All right, I'll kick it off with packing.
Yeah, I mean, my packing tips are probably very similar to yours. My two most important packing tips: packing cubes.
I know I don't do packing cubes.
Well, you also will unpack on a trip, and I won't.
Oh,
I'll pull one thing out, my suitcase will explode all over the place. I don't do that. I don't unpack. So what I like to do is packing cubes, and I take all my pants and put them on cube, and I label it pants, and it really helps me to repack and unpack and just know where everything is. And you can get compression ones as well, but go on Amazon, they're $25 packing cubes, and I've used them for years.
So we could go when we stay in New York for the week, you don't unpack?
No.
But it's such a small room. You let your suitcase on the floor?
I leave my suitcase on the floor. I leave everything in the packing cubes. And what I do before every trip now, because I like to overpack, is I take photos of myself in every outfit so that I have a little lookbook on my phone. And if you want to take it even further, what you can do is when you take photos of yourself, when you open the photo, you can hold your finger down. It'll copy the outline of you and your body. If you hit copy, you can paste it into your notes section.
Okay.
And then in your notes, you can write summer dresses, nights out, and you can just paste all those in one place.
Yeah, it's like a closet from Clueless, but in your phone.
That's what I like to do.
I unpack. If I'm somewhere longer than 3 nights, I get in there, I hang stuff. I make it my home. I put my suitcase in the closet. I love to feel it. I mean, 2 nights I would never, but 3 plus. 3, 4 plus for sure.
Big baggy stuff I'll hang up coats.
Yeah. My main tip is something that I got this from Lillian Charles, who is a dear friend. She lives in Atlanta and she's a stylist. She's been on the show. She was on the show in 2020. And I don't know if she would claim to have invented this concept, but this is where I personally got it from. And it really is sticking to one color scheme so everything can coordinate. And for the most part, I mean, when I go to New York, it's usually just black. We wear a lot of black in New York. So it's these black pants and black tops and then jeans and the sneakers that go with black. And I just kind of stick to that. Sometimes for a trip, I might do a navy. I'm really doing navy. So I'm going to have creams and whites and things that match with navy, the shoes that go with navy, or a brown theme. Or for summer, of course, you're going to do whites and creams and neutrals. Maybe you have one color. You're I'm doing yellow on this trip. That's my butter yellow trip, or yellow and pink. And then the whites and neutrals that go with it. But I think this can really help you get started. And I mean, some people, they're taking a big vacation, they're going to bring everything and that's what they're going to do. But we travel so much and we have traveled so much that it's I had to figure out a way to streamline this. And for me, that's what works best. And the daytime outfits to the nighttime outfits, they all fit a color palette. It makes it really easy.
Yeah, and I also try to remind myself I'm not going to be a totally different person on this trip than I was every single day when I was at home.
Yeah,
so
be realistic.
Stuff that's like never fit before, stuff I never wore before. And listen, you could go be a different person if you want. Like solo travel is a great time to do that. Like if you never dress super spicy and you're like, this is the trip to do it.
Totally.
But like if something never fit before and you never pulled it out of your closet, you're not going to do it on that trip. I have to remind myself that all the time.
Yeah.
I try to hold myself to 3 pairs of shoes. I'm not going to suddenly like wearing heels in another city.
I know, that's the thing. Like, cause I have these like heels and I'm like, I'm going to be so tempted to like bring them on a trip. I'm not going to wear them. No. So just being honest with yourself is actually the place to start.
That's where I have to be honest with myself.
But this comes with age. You know, try to tell me this in my 20s. No, I'm bringing the ball gowns.
Yeah, I was gonna be a totally different person in another city all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You need 1 pair of walking shoes, 1 cute flat pair of sandals, and 1 heel. That is it.
And like when it comes to like trip planning, I mean, we mentioned this earlier in the episode, but just TikTok and Instagram, truly, like just searching your destination and seeing people's lists. And I've gotten stuff from TikToks that had 30 likes. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be like the travel influencers. It's people who have been there and appear to have good taste or your type of taste. And like the 5 things that they did and just making a list that way.
To me, I'm like, that's not a hot tip, but I don't know that everybody would think about that. A friend of mine, we were going to Mexico City, me and Emily and Melanie, and Emily was like, I don't know what to wear. And I was like, go on TikTok and look up Mexico City outfits. Watch 3 TikToks.
Yeah.
You'll plan your whole thing. Like, because every city is such like a different vibe and style. Like LA during the day is like great, cute workout sets. And like at night, I think people look a little more homely. New York is the opposite to me. New York during the day, not as cute. Nighttime, cutest fashion girlies in the world.
It's like the inverse. And I mean, I plan when we're touring or I'm touring, whenever planning, like by asking on Instagram, like asking people what to do. And people love to give you recommendations. And there's always stuff that comes up over and over and over. And I'm like, well, I guess it's got to be the best stuff. And you have to keep in mind that like people could be giving you recommendations based on like their age and their life experience and what they might want to do. So I always like still cross-reference, but I always get coffee shop recs or like rooftop recs and restaurants, of course, and like daytime activities from when I ask and crowdsource on Instagram.
Things that I would like to remember that I'd like to like be her, somebody who remembers them, but I never, portable chargers, converter plugs. I'm not that girl that remembers them, but I'd like to be someday.
Yeah. And then, I mean, planning trips, like, I don't know. I plan a lot of trips. I feel like I'm planning multiple bachelorettes. I think that you don't need to be overwhelmed. I think the first thing is like lock in where you're staying, the house, the Airbnb, and then take it from there. And like, this is the week we're planning that. We're locking it in. Next week we can worry about activities and then delegate out.
I think it's good. A good trip.
Or do it all yourself, you know, either way.
Ashley and I like to do what we want to do. So I think that when we go on trips, we like to be the ones that pick the restaurants.
And don't ask your brother to help with your bachelorette like I did. And he was talking about booking a fishing boat. What? I mean, he was just like fucking with me. You saw that. I posted the screenshot on Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah. People like went crazy over it. I was like, hey, can you help me like work out a boat? And he was like, so we're doing like a fishing boat, like a charter fishing boat. And I was like, Matt, you're not serious. He was like, I am serious. I'm seriously asking. I was like, don't make me say this. No, we're not doing a charter fishing boat. He was like, what? I thought that could be fun for you. I was like, Matt, no, we're not doing a fishing boat. And he was like, how about crabbing? I'm like, stop fucking with me.
Didn't we do like a pontoon boat kind of? It wouldn't be called a pontoon boat, but like the first time I was
like
in
a
Dewey,
party boat.
We like danced on that party boat.
Yeah.
That's what you had in mind.
No, he was just fucking with me. But I was like,
That's
this is what you get when you ask your brother to help you with your bachelorette.
Yeah, men can't be in charge of this stuff.
Okay, solo travel.
People really wanted to know about it. I mean,
I don't do much of it.
I've done so much of this in my life. I mean, I ended a very serious relationship when I was 28, and I was just like, what do I do with my life now? And I was like, oh, I've never traveled anywhere. And then I just went and did it. I mean, I've traveled the whole world by myself. And yes, my preference is to be with other people, of course. I really like experiencing things with other people. But again, I've never let that stop me from going to do the things that I wanted to do. And I've really enjoyed solo travel. And I like my own company. And I think it can be a great opportunity to challenge yourself, to enjoy your own company and do things that you've never done and push yourself outside of your comfort zone. People ask me a lot about safety. In terms of safety, my number, don't do stupid shit. Don't drink too much. Don't walk around by yourself at night in a place that looks unsafe. Stay in populated areas.
Mm-hmm. Read reviews of where you're staying, like on TripAdvisor. I mean, you know, wherever you want to get reviews. Like I was deciding between a couple hotels in a city that I'm going to for my tour, and the hotel brand that I really liked that I wanted to stay in, like the reviews were just like this area felt sketchy. And then the other option was even just a few blocks away and nobody said that. And so I was like, I'm going with that. Like even a few reviews that were like, didn't feel so safe. I was like, no, say less.
I'm out on those immediately. And people love to write about not feeling safe on the internet. It's the best place. TripAdvisor, I wouldn't necessarily take restaurant recommendations.
Well, I don't go to them for that.
Right.
But that's where I would go to be like, was it loud? Did it feel safe?
Yeah. Did the air conditioning work at this hotel? Yeah. What was the staff like? Was it clean? So in terms of safety, I've never really felt unsafe. My favorite places to travel solo tend to be bigger cities where you do feel safer regardless.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere you want, obviously. It's smaller cities, like really romantic towns in Italy or like the coast of France. Like, I don't love doing that alone because people go there to be on romantic vacations and it doesn't feel as social. And I like to be in places where I can meet people. So staying, if you belong to like Soho House, a place like that, if you stay at a hostel, anywhere that feels a little more social, I really enjoy. And the bigger the city, the better. So if you're just getting into solo travel, London, Paris, Rome, the big ones, or places that you get a lot of backpackers and solo travelers like Bangkok. I felt super safe in Southeast Asia. I went to Singapore. I went to Vietnam by myself and Bangkok. And a lot of people go there by themselves. So it's really easy to meet people.
Yeah. And if that's the trip you're looking for, obviously I agree with Rayna in terms of a big city and like a lot to do and you feel safe in more populated areas, or just go to a resort. If you're like, I just need to get away, you stay on the resort, everything's at your fingertips. And I think obviously have some people have your location when you are traveling. Like, I think it's really important if it's a family member or a close friend, just like a couple people. If you're not really into sharing your location, I do think you should, especially if you're going on a trip alone.
Share your itinerary.
Yeah. And like letting people know what you're doing. I think like having a somewhat of a game plan. I don't want anyone to be like, I'm just going to go out and drink and walk around. Make sure you're obviously staying in like safer areas. And, we love this thing. It's called a birdie. It's a personal little safety alarm thing. It goes on your keychain. And I mean, this is like worst case scenario, but I think those things can just help you feel safe. You just pull it and it like flashes and makes this big sound. And so just having like something on you, or if it's pepper spray or something, just something on you that makes you feel safe. And I don't think you can bring pepper spray through TSA, but just an FYI.
Yeah. If you're somebody who's concerned about safety, I think somebody having your agenda is really important, where your flights are, what hotels you're going to. And just to avoid feeling kind of lonely, I like to make a lot of plans. So I like to know kind of how my day is going to look. I like to get up early. I like to pick a food market to go to or a coffee shop. I like to pick tours and things I'm going to do in groups. So Visit a City is my favorite website to do that on. They have almost any city you can ever think about. And they'll plan a 1 to 7 day itinerary for you. And logically, like they'll map it out for you. So if you're like, I want to see all the major sites in Rome in 3 days, they'll map that out for you. And it's free. And that's a great website. And Viator is my second travel website where I book every single tour in any city. Yeah. So if you want to do food tours, architecture tours, anything like that, that's great. But really the key to not feeling alone for me is a lot of plans. I bring a book with me when I go out. You can bring a journal. I think that's a really nice thing to do, to just record how you're feeling, what you're thinking. But I think it's really transformative traveling alone and really special. And I like to eat a meal and really think about it. I like to go to a museum and really think about it. And of course, I want to like tell jokes to my friends, but I like solo travel. I've really enjoyed it a lot.
Well, there you go, guys. It's your guide to spicy girl summer. Godspeed. We wish you all the best.
Yes. Get those vibrators.
Get tan, have a threesome, get the vibrators.
Try reverse cowgirl.
Travel by yourself or with someone else, whatever you guys want to do.
Fix your hemorrhoids. Sorry.
Yeah, fix your hemorrhoids, read books, enjoy your own town, say yes more than no.
And now we're really doing it.
Date and fuck different types of people. And keep us posted.
Yeah,
send the PowerPoint.
Let us know how it goes, guys.
And then you can shop vibesonly.com. You can shop the Casey Pulse Duo that comes in its own charging case. You can shop the Suck and Blow Gel Summer Cocktail Kit and the Baby Blue Kink Links, and of course the whole rest of the collection. Father's Day, we didn't mention, but Father's Day is coming up and we have some really fun bundles for the daddy in your life. So great thing to get for your dad, or sorry, your partner. I did it again.
Well, get it for your daddy, not your dad. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I did this last year too. I said I was going to get the second blowjob for my dad.
Well, listen, I don't know what kind of relationship you have with your dad. So
I did not get it for my dad. My mom can get it for my dad. I'll get it for my mom. She can give it to my dad. All right, guys, you know where to find us. girlsgottaeat.com. We are not going to have an episode this Thursday or Monday.
Woo, good for us.
We're really sorry. We're sorry for you. We're happy for us. It is Rayna Palooza. We are going to take a little bit of time off.
Yes, we're off.
So we will see you on the 19th, 10 days. It's going to fly by.
Follow us at Rayna Palooza on Instagram.
Follow Rayna Palooza on Instagram. So girlsgottaeat.com, vibesonly.com, Girls Gotta Eat podcast on Instagram and TikTok. I'm Ash Hess. Rayna is Rayna.Greenberg. Subscribe on YouTube. Share this episode with a friend. Have an amazing summer, and we'll see you in 10 days.
We love you guys. Have a great weekend. Great week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.